Liverpool put strong pressure for Huijsen with an offer submitted. One of Arne Slot's stars could make way. Liverpool leads the race to sign 21-year-old player in a possible £40 million deal. Liverpool is interested in signing a fast Serie A striker this summer. A very warm welcome, my fellow supporter. Let's check out the latest news from the greatest club in the world. Liverpool remains attentive to the transfer market and is already planning to strengthen its squad for the upcoming season. One of the names most strongly linked with the Reds is the young defender Huijsen, currently at Bournemouth. The club has also shown interest in his teammate, Milos Kerkez. According to information released by Florian Plettenberg from Sky Sports, Liverpool has intensified its efforts in recent days to secure the signing of Huijsen. The club met with the player's agent last week to discuss a possible summer transfer. According to the journalist, the Reds presented not only an attractive sporting project, but also a concrete financial offer to convince the 20-year-old to join Arne Slot's squad. The competition, however, is fierce. Other Premier League clubs, as well as foreign teams, are in the race for Huijsen, which makes the player's decision still uncertain. Plettenberg highlights that some of these clubs are still organizing their internal situations before formally moving for the defender. Liverpool, for its part, is already drawing up plans with the defender's arrival in mind. If the signing is completed, the club is considering loaning or even selling young Jarell Quansah, suggesting that Huijsen could play an important role in the squad right away. Expectations around Huijsen are sky high. Journalist Mark Douglas recently revealed that people close to the player already consider him one of the greatest defensive talents of the new generation. According to him, those who have seen him play believe he will become one of the best defenders in the world, if not the best, in the coming years. This interest is intensifying at a time of natural transition in the Red squad. Although Virgil van Dijk recently renewed his contract, ending rumors of a possible departure, Liverpool already seems to be eyeing a long-term successor. And Huijsen, with his impressive performances this season, has drawn attention precisely for showing attributes that resemble the Dutch defender's prime years. Meanwhile, on the pitch, Liverpool is one step away from securing its 20th league title. The draw between Arsenal and Crystal Palace last Wednesday, with a late goal from Mateta, practically sealed the fate of the championship. With that result, the Reds need only a draw against Tottenham this Sunday to once again lift the Premier League trophy. Even with the current successful campaign, it is clear that the board is already thinking ahead. Arne Slot, the Reds' incoming manager, is focused on building an even more competitive squad, and the possible arrival of Huijsen could be a key piece in this new phase of the club. Liverpool continues to scout the market for reinforcements for the next season, and among the names that have resurfaced on the club's radar is Brazilian defender Murillo, currently playing for Nottingham Forest. The 22-year-old, a Corinthians youth product, has been standing out in the Premier League and is attracting interest from European giants, including Arsenal, Chelsea, and Real Madrid. Murillo had already been linked to Liverpool last summer, when his valuation was around £50 million. However, after an exceptional season with Nottingham Forest, which even fought for a Champions League spot, his market value rose considerably. The defender recently extended his contract with the English club until 2029, which will certainly raise the cost of any potential deal. Currently, the Brazilian is estimated to be worth around €80 million, approximately £68 million. According to the portal Caught Offside, Liverpool's interest in the defender remains strong. The Anfield team reportedly made initial contact during the January transfer window, but talks did not progress. Now, with planning for the next season underway, Murillo's name is once again being seriously considered. Arsenal, which has also been monitoring the player for some time, is one of the Reds' main competitors in the race. Within the club, only Virgil van Dijk is guaranteed to stay for next season after renewing his contract. Other defensive names, such as Joe Gomez and Jarell Quansah, may be negotiated. There are even rumors that Liverpool would be willing to listen to offers for both, aiming to free up space and generate revenue to invest in reinforcements. If the club can get around £30 million for each, signing Murillo would not be seen as an excessive expense, but rather as a strategic long-term investment. Moreover, the search for a new centre-back is also intensifying due to the possibility of changes in goalkeeping. The club explored deals with experienced goalkeepers last summer, and it is not ruled out that Liverpool's sporting director Richard Hughes is again willing to consider offers for current goalkeepers. This reinforces the idea that the defense will be one of the priority areas for restructuring. Murillo stands out for his physical strength, game reading, and ability to build up play from the back, qualities that match the style of play the new manager, Arne Slot, is expected to implement at Liverpool. Considering his age and proven performance in the Premier League, the Brazilian defender may be exactly the Van Dijk successor the club has been looking for. With a squad in transition and new ideas being implemented for the future, Murillo's arrival would not only represent a promising bet, but also demonstrate Liverpool's ambition to remain at the top of European football in the coming years. Amid a summer that promises to be marked by tactical changes and strategic restructuring at Liverpool, one name is regaining strength behind the scenes at Anfield: Victor Osimhen. Despite currently being loaned to Galatasaray and still under contract with Napoli, the Nigerian striker remains on the Reds' radar as a serious option to strengthen the attacking front. During the most recent episode of the Anfield Index Transfer podcast, commentators Dave Davis and Trev Downey spoke openly about the possibility of Osimhen wearing the Liverpool shirt. Although the club has not yet finalized its market priorities, Davis was straightforward. "I just don't think you can rule it out now." Osimhen stands out for having attributes that fit perfectly into the attacking model that Arne Slot is expected to implement in his first season at Liverpool. "Pace, power, and goal instinct," Davis summed up. "We need speed up front this summer, don't we, Trev? There's no denying that. And Osimhen offers more than speed. He's a physical specimen, a big, fast, and imposing striker. These qualities align with Liverpool's analytical recruitment parameters, which value traits such as pressing intensity, physical strength, and the ability to perform in quick transitions. Even with some concerns about the player's injury history and involvement in the Africa Cup of Nations AFCON, Downey minimized the impact of those absences. Liverpool had no problem having Mane and Salah go to AFCON. It's something the club knows how to manage. Osimhen's contract situation also adds to the decisive moment of his career. With only 1 year left on his Napoli deal and growing rumors of a potential transfer, the summer of 2025 could mark a major turning point for the Nigerian striker. As Davis rightly put it, there's a shortage of elite number 9s on the market who are accessible. And in that context, Osimhen becomes one of the most attractive options available. Another factor fueling the Reds' interest is the uncertainty surrounding Darwin Núñez's future. "How far the needle moves for us depends on who replaces Darwin," Davis noted, "and that will define a lot of things. If Napoli decides to sell now, this could be the ideal time for Liverpool to act, especially considering that, according to Davis, the club already tried to approach him last summer and showed renewed interest in January." Liverpool's interest in Victor Osimhen remains strong, even amid Napoli's silence and the cautious press during the transfer window. Reliable sources, such as a respected Nigerian journalist, reinforce the connection between the player and the English club. With a major squad overhaul underway, Osimhen emerges as an ideal target, experienced, versatile, and capable of making an immediate impact. For Dave Davis, if Liverpool signs Osimhen, it will be making a bold and decisive move. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.